Okay, we ready to go? Good morning. My name is Gary Sparks. I'm the Chief of Police here at the City of Douglasville Police Department. And with me today is our Honorable Mayor, Rochelle Robinson, the Mayor Pro Tem, Terry Miller, Councilman Samuel Davis. He's over the public safety. And we have the Chief of Police of the School Police, the DA, Dahlia Rosine, and our Sheriff. Today we come to you as one unified body, letting the citizens of Douglasville and Douglas County know that this type of activity that occurred on September the 3rd, 2020, that we will not tolerate it in the least. This gang mentality, this criminal addicted thinking mindset is one that we will ensure that we go after each person that's involved with the criminal addicted street gangs or crime or any type of crime in the city of Douglasville and Douglas County, and that you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Now, we have a lot of things going on here in Douglasville for our youth. I know a lot of times the youth say, well, we don't have anything to do in Douglasville. Well, you have a lot of things to do. The problem is there are things that you don't want to do. Because a lot of our young men and women, most of them are tracking toward their greatness. They are unlocking the potential that they have to be successful citizens in our city and in our county and in our state and in our nation. So this is what we come in here today to let the citizen know that we have did an exhaustive investigation by our Special Operation Unit. And I want to give them kudos because they did countless hours of going through social media, interviews, going back and going to talking to school, to the teachers, and making sure that we identify the people that was involved in this incident. And mind you, we're not finished yet. We're not finished yet. And we're going to keep on until we get everyone that was involved in this incident. Now, to our parents, I have a scripture here. I want to read to you. It's a great scripture that I grew up and my parents used to tell me, and I think it's fitting today. It's in Proverbs 22:6, and it says, "Train up a child in the way he or she should go, and when he or she is old, he will not depart from it." So parents, you have an active duty in ensuring that your children are trained properly, that when they leave out of your presence, when you drop them off at a location, that they act properly and within the bounds of the law, within the bounds of your parentingship, that they are taking your name with them wherever they go. Now, the mall is not a place to train your kids. This should occur prior to them getting there. And I encourage all the parents that you should be looking for this type of criminal mindset with your children. Check their bedroom. See if they have any type of literature that is gang related or criminal addicted thinking mindset related. See if who their friends are. Parents, it's time for you to be nosy and not to be your child's friend. It's time for you to be the parents. Because if you don't parent, then they go out and we have a situation here like we had at the mall. Then my men and the sheriff department and the school police, we got to get on deck and we're going to do our job. Now, I know as we look through the social media, it's been said that we going out a certain type of people, African-American young people. But I encourage you to look at the tape. Look at the tape. Who do you see? We go after criminal people who commit crime. That's what we do here in Douglasville. And I speak for the sheriff and the school police chief as well. They can come up and say what they say. We go after criminal crime that people commit, not individuals. I sort of got off I got some prepared statements. I just jumped off this thing and got going. So y'all excuse me, but I'm gonna go back and I'll recap what occurred. On September the 3rd, 2020, Douglasville Police responded to the Arbor Place Mall in reference to a 911 reported cause of fighting inside of the mall. When the police department and the sheriff department arrived there, we had about 200 young people in the mall fighting, mostly juveniles running around screaming while others were fighting. That night, the cinema had a $3 movie which they were having throughout the nation, which we found later. So that $3 movie may have had a lot of the young people and the parents wanting to get the kids to go to the movie and drop them off at the mall. That could have spearheaded the reason why we had such an enormous amount of young people there. The mall ended up having to close early because of the results of all the kids running around, and there was words of that there was gunfire, but there were no guns being fired at that location. We didn't find any evidence of that. The investigation into the incident by the Douglasville Police Department included, as I stated earlier, interviews from social media monitoring and reviewing video footage of what was being posted. And so, like I said earlier, our special operation unit, they spent countless hours just sitting down in their offices going through all the video and preserving the video. Let me just stop right there and pinpoint something right here. We monitor social media. And I've been hearing that there's a lot of people on the social media now talking about snitches. But let me say something about snitches. When you do a crime, when you do something that's wrong, you tell on yourself. You may have a good little run for a minute, but eventually what you do in the dark, it will come to light. So when you getting on social media talking about so many people snitching, well, if you do what's right, you don't have to worry about somebody telling on you or you telling on yourself. Because we're going to investigate the crime, and we're going to follow up, and we're going to make sure that we make the appropriate charges. So understand that, young people, and not only young people, everybody that's doing crime, when you step off and you do a criminal act, you tell on yourself because you committed that criminal act. To date, the investigation has resulted in the arrest of 19 juveniles and one adult. 19 juveniles and one adult. Like I said earlier, we ain't done yet. The ages of those range from 12 to 17 years old. Charges include disorderly conduct, affray, simple battery. 9 of these persons arrested have been charged with the violation of the Georgia Street Gang and Terrorist Act. We had a little gang that was out over there. I think they called themselves No Good. No Good. What's in a name? How you gonna have a name to say No Good? Come on, our young men and women. Come on, our parents. Check what our children are doing. We'll continue to review videos of this incident and attempted to identify all those involved. As we make more identification, we're gonna make more arrests. So you can run, but you can't hide, because we're gonna come find you if you commit any crime, not only at the ball, at the school, in our parks, anywhere in the city of Douglasville or in Douglas County. The Douglasville Police Department routinely monitors criminal street gangs operating in our city and in the county. We work together. The police department also monitors groups which are not criminal street gangs by law, but are dangerously getting close to becoming a street gang. What I mean when I say that, they're doing some criminal street gang activity that they hadn't stepped across the line of committing crimes. Oh, but when you commit the crime, we already got the data to make sure we make the charge. Believe that. In the simplest words, in the state of Georgia, a criminal street gang is a group of three or more persons that share a common group identifier, name, giving up hand signs or gestures, whose members engage in criminal activity. That's the good hook, the criminal activity. So when you step off and you're involved in an affray, you're involved in any crime, this criminal street gang charge can be applied to you. For those who wish to learn more about the Georgia gang law, please contact the Douglasville Police Department, 770-920-3010. We have a program that we've been running for 15 years, the Youth Against Violence program. And that program is developed to help our young men and women unlock the potential that they have within them, that they don't have to be involved in criminal street gangs or crime, period, because they were built and they were born to do greatness. So that program is open to anyone that wanted to come and be a part of that program. It's an 8-week program, and we get into the gang law, the assault laws, the different types of laws, and we get into how to be successful. We get into life skills, decisions, choices, anger management. We get into all these subject matters. So I encourage the parents to have your young man and young woman to join and become part of our Youth Against Violence course. It's a free course. We feed them, and we feed them food, and we feed them knowledge with love. So these programs that we have here at the Douglasville Police Department, sheriff has these programs as well as the DA's office. We consistently are having town hall meetings on gangs and different subject matters, and we encourage our people, our citizens, to come out to these town hall meetings so you can get the information, so you'll understand that what you see when you see crime and you see what you think may be a crime afoot, that you can call us 911, give us a call so we can come and check it out. And again, if you want to find out more about what do I need to look for if I'm looking into my young person's room, what should I be looking for to find out if they are involved in this criminal street gang activity? And we will make sure that we give you that information. Douglasville Police Department actively engages in fighting the gang mentality, and that's what we got to fight against, the mentality of the gang mentality. Our Special Operations Unit has made several arrests, but we stay on the battlefield to make sure our young men and women do not become a part of this criminal addicted thinking of being involved in gangs. We see it all over the nation. We see it all over the state. And we got to make sure that we eradicate this mentality from our people, because the jails are getting filled with them. People are getting killed. I just heard about a young man, 13. I don't know why he was found dead over there in DeKalb County somewhere. But at 13, come on now. This is sickness. And parents, you on the battlefield. You on the front line. And you got to be engaged. Not being a friend to your kid, but being a parent. Understand this big 2-letter word, no. Use it. I got back off now. Got lost here. But anyway, I'm finna sit down and let some of these other people talk. Sheriff back there pulling my coattail. But I just want to say this to these other gangs. We see you. We know who you are. We know you on deck. And we ready. Believe that. No Good Gang. RSL, we see you. YNG, we know you. Paid for real, we got you. Paper crew, we know where you're at. You better get out of Douglasville and Douglas County if you're going to do anything you're thinking about doing wrong, because we're going to have a place for you. After that, I'm going to yield and let the Honorable Mayor Rochelle Robinson come and say a few words, and we just want to thank the media for being here, and we're not playing with this gang mentality. We're not playing with any criminal addicted thinking mindset, period. Thank you.